everyone, and welcome back to the Musical Ladder Portal. In today's video, we're going to be going over all of the functionality incorporated into our parent portal. I am currently logged in as one of our parents from the demo school. Her name is Karen Summers. And just from looking at her portal right now, we can see that Karen is a student in the demo school, and she has two children, George and Jillian. Now, just from looking at the basic portal for a parent, we can go ahead and see that Karen is taking piano lessons with Suzanne. She's currently on the grounded level, which only means that she is not expected to work up the musical ladder as most of our children's students are, but she is able to take advantage of the online portal. We can also see, of course, that George is taking guitar and voice lessons with Glenn and Patricia, and he is on the songbird level and on the ladder in his voice lessons. And last but not least, of course, is Jillian, who is taking violin lessons down here at the bottom. Now, what's really great about the parent portal is that if a parent is not actually a student, they won't see themselves. They would only see their children. But as a parent who is a student on top of that, they of course do get the ability to see themselves as well as all of their children. Another great thing from the dashboard is of course our incorporated help files, which any user can get to simply by clicking the little question mark button. And what that's going to do, of course, is bring up any sort of help topics related to the user's dashboard. And of course, they can always get to the knowledge-based help files. So if a parent wants to see what all they can do on the dashboard, they'll be informed about their child information bar. If they want to see something a little bit more in depth about the students themselves or have questions, they can of course hit the students heading there and it will show any of the student info that we have. As with any other portal, you can always get back to your dashboard by hitting the Musical Ladder logo in the top left. We're now back to our parent portal. Last thing before we get into the actual child information and the student information bars is of course the footer. The footers will be different depending on what type of user is seeing them. So as a parent and student from the demo school, what we're seeing of course is the school information. So we have the school's physical address, the school's email address, the school's phone number, as well as the Musical Ladder system's privacy policy and terms of service and the help files once more. So scrolling back up, we're now going to take a little bit of a deeper dive into the parent and student bars. So as a parent who is on the grounded level, they are not expected to test. So if we open this up, we're going to go ahead and see all of these school events that the parent is invited to. So we can see here that we have a holiday coming up. We can see school notes. So these are notes directly from the school's administration, as well as the date and timestamp. Another great thing about the portal for students who are grounded is of course the notes from the teachers. So as you can see under Suzanne, we have that notes field, and we can go ahead and see all of the historical notes that Suzanne has sent to us. So we see some from August, some from October, November, and again December. But if we do click the test tabs, that will be blank since, once more, the grounded students are not expected to test or move up the musical ladder. A parent can of course then dig further down into not only themselves, but again seeing all of that relevant information for their students. So if we open up George here, we're going to see of course his Martin Luther King holiday event, but if we scroll down, we're actually going to see something a little bit different, which is going to be an event that is specific to our voice students. So since he is taking voice lessons with Patricia, he has been invited to a voice recital. We can of course see school notes. It looks like right here all he needs to do is fill out a permission slip, and what we can do is we can just click on that little paper clip there and it's going to prompt a download for us, and all we have to do is click save. That's going to save it for us and we can open it directly from our browser. We can of course see notes from the teachers. So here's a note from his guitar teacher. We can also see his test. He took his apprentice test back in August, his songbird test just recently in December. And if he were to have an open test, we would also see that as well. Now, for Patricia, his voice teacher, we're of course going to see those notes, but with him being on the ladder, most likely he doesn't have a test, and he does not. So his next available test is going to be that apprentice test, and once that test has been scheduled, as his parent, Karen will be able to go ahead and see that here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe down below to be kept up to date on any enhancements and updates coming to the Musical Ladder portal.